Hi Year 3, sorry, I don't know what happened. I'm having problems with my iPad. You wouldn't believe how many videos over the last couple of days I've had to redo, and it's very frustrating, so sorry about that. Okay, so we're talking spiders, badly drawn spiders, 8 legs. Now, thinking 8 times tables, this represents an 8 times table calculation, okay? Each of them have 8 legs, so I know that I'm working with the 8 times table. How many groups of 8 legs do I have? How many lots? Remember, this means times or lots of. I have lots of 8. How many groups of 8 or lots of 8 do I have here? I have 3. 3 lots of 8. 8, 16, 24. 24, okay? You can work that out by counting all the legs if you want to, or what you should be doing today is challenging yourself to count in 8s. 8, 16, 24. We'll come back to that in a second. Okay, so 3 lots of 8 is 24. Let me just get my rubber, hang on. There we go. Goodbye spiders, we've done that now. Let's look at the second picture of badly drawn spiders. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spiders still have 8 legs each. We haven't changed the animal. It could be 4 octopus. Okay, maybe that would have been a better one to choose. 4 spiders, 8 legs each. So we're still working with our 8 times tables. But how many lots of 8 do we have? How many groups of 8 do we have? We have 4 groups of 8. 4 lots of 8, or 4 times 8. 8. What is it going to be? Count with me. 8, 16, 24, 32. Well done. 8 times 4 is 32. Okay, that is part 1 today. You have some spiders that represent calculations. Okay, so have a good go at that. Part 2 today, you have number sequences. I hope you can see them at the bottom, a bit like you had with your 4s, but this time we're going in 8s. So 0, 8, 16, 24, 32. You notice every time we're adding on 8s, that's all the 8 times table is. Now, adding on 8 to 32, we've got 1 times 8 is 8, 2 times 8 is 16, 3 times 8 is 24, 4 times 8 is 32, 5 times 8, if you know your 5 times tables, you'll be good at this one, 40. See if you can pause the video here and fill in the last 2 gaps for yourselves, okay? Okay, did you do it? So, another 8 added on to 40, you should all know that, 48, so that will take us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 8 is 48. Now we're going to 7 times 8, so adding 8 to 48. You may have done it on your fingers, you may be able to jump on 8 in your head. 7 times 8 is 56, of course. And then continuing, what would 8 times 8 be? 64. 9 would be 72, and 10 would be 80. Okay, let's just pause for a moment and think about this. It would be really worth practicing this today to really help us get a good start with our 8 times tables, okay? 0, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80, 88, 96. Good. Okay, practice that. It would be worth now pausing the video and going up in 8s all the way to 96 if you can manage it, and all the way back down from 96 all the way down to 0. Okay, it's really important to chant these 8s. Get those numbers in your head. Start knowing the 8 times tables. Okay, once you get confident with that, perhaps play a game. Perhaps if you've got siblings at home, if you're at school, test someone. Can you rub out certain numbers? Make it tricky for that person and see if they can still do it from 0 up to 96. 0, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56. What's going to come here? Do you know it? 64. Well done if that's what you're thinking. 72, 80. Then make it even more tricky for them. Grab out more. Okay, see if they can do it then, okay? Use the people around you. Test your grown-ups even. Get them to test you, okay? Really get to know you're chanting in 8s, okay? Now, the reason we started this topic with our 4s was because your 4s can really help you. So let's just write these back in. Okay. Notice the pattern from our 4 times tables. 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Okay? 1 times 4 is 4. Notice how 1 times 8 is double. Okay? Let's see if it's the same pattern. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 8 is 16. Again, it's doubles. You'll notice a doubles relationship, a bit like the 2s and the 4s, for the 4s and the 8s. So you should be confident now with your 4s to be able to know, if you're really struggling, can you double your 4? If you don't know what 5 times 8 is, if you know what 5 times 4 is, double it to get your 8, okay? That should help you. Now, last thing on the task list today to do with your 8 times tables is you have some picture representations of different groups, a bit like the spiders to start with, and you've got to decide, I just rubbed out the picture I need, I'm so silly. You've got to decide whether each picture represents one of those multiplication sums for the 8 times tables, okay? So, be like our spiders. Do we have groups of 8 here? What do you think? No. What do we have groups of? What's inside each of our groups? We have groups of, you should be saying groups of 2. 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. There are groups there of 2. This is not a picture to represent an 8 times table calculation, okay? Okay, think about this one. Does this represent an 8 times table calculation? Do we have groups of 8 here? Or, alternatively, do we have 8 groups of something else? Let's see. Depends how you look at it. Originally, I thought, no. 1 group, 2 group, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups, 7 groups, 8 groups. So we have 8 groups of 2, 8 lots of 2, or you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 2 groups of 8. Okay, so does it represent an 8 times table calculation? Yes, it does. Okay, so be careful with those pictures. They are in there to trick you, but do have a go. And like I said in the other video, sorry it's been split apart, but don't struggle through it. If you think you want to write your name on red, just try your very best. See if you can get through part 1 and maybe part 2, but don't sit and struggle, okay? Let me know in the comment section how it's going, and yeah, just try your best, okay? Well done, guys.